You guys, it's been a stressful few days. Like, if we have one more freaking earthquake, I'm moving to Kansas. Now, Kansas has tornadoes. Europe? Does Europe have anything? I'm going there. I need to get a passport. Get out. I'm done. Anyways. Hi, hello. So as you guys can see, I am in a weird angle in my room today. And that is because I was too lazy to set up my lights. And I feel like I say that every single week, because I am. But as I was thinking about what I was gonna do for this week's video, I wanted to do the booktube real talk tag, and I am still going to do that today, but we're gonna put a twist on it, and I'm gonna clean my room as we do it. Well, maybe not this side. This is just good enough, not really. As you can see, both cats are here today. For some reason, they always come in my room when I'm cleaning. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna clean this room a little bit, and by a little bit, I mean just this area that you can't see, which in front of me is my like cubbies, storage, and a ton of boxes right here, which you can kind of see as Annie is walking around, that have not been cleaned at all since I moved home from college. Don't you dare. Are you just gonna sit up there like a weirdo? Hello? Anyways, this is what I was talking about. This whole area right here needs to get cleaned. I've put it off for too long. Annie thinks it's an obstacle course. Ignore the birds, the window's open. As you can see, Harold is in his own little world, and I do this to keep him from being a brat, which doesn't really work. Question 1. What's something nobody told you about BookTube before you started your channel? Ooh. Okay, so backstory. I first started my channel in 2013 when I was 16. I was really nervous, so my videos were so awkward. My room was still an obnoxiously bright green. I think there's still some videos that have that up. So if you remember those days, good for you. Woo! Oh, yikes. So I thought it'd be really easy to make friends. It was not, and I'm saying this not in like a bad way, mainly on my end, because I had undiagnosed anxiety at this point in my life. So I was like, I cannot make friends with people who have more subscribers than me. I can't, like, that's terrifying. And oh my gosh, like if you have told me now that I would have so many booktube friends, I would be like, you guys are crazy. But here we are. So I guess that's no one told me how you have to do more than just making the content, if that makes sense. What is your opinion on typical booktube videos, wrap-ups, TBRs, hauls, etc.? Ooh, this is a good question. I think they're fun. I go back to them a lot when I have like no ideas for videos. But at the same time, being in school full time is really hard to stick to that. And I feel like when you make a TBR, I think other people have said this, when you make a TBR video, sometimes you feel like you're stuck and you have to read those books, and my opinions change so quickly. It's just so hard for me to stick to that, and then I feel stuck. Wrap-ups, again, I do those, but I do those basically like when I have a good chunk of books that I've read, so like January, February, then I didn't read anything in like March/April because of school and graduation. So then I did a wrap-up recently, and I think that's kind of what I do. So it's not like a specific end of every month wrap-up, because for me, that just doesn't work. I love watching wrap-ups though, because I get, you know, new TBR books, which sucks because my cart's full, but what can you do? And I just love knowing how everyone else is doing with their reading goals. So it's really fun for me to watch. It just doesn't work for me personally. Why is this note in here? Can this be thrown out? She's not home. Alright. I used to take this to school in like 7th grade. Hauls are harder because I don't buy books on the regular. So it's kind of for holidays, like my birthday or Christmas. But even then, I haven't done anything this year because I have been waiting to get my TBR cart down significantly. Look how cute all this stuff. This is my graduation party decorations that I haven't found a home for yet because they're just so cute. What is an assumption you had about booktube before you joined? Was it proven to be correct or not? I think I thought the community was smaller than it actually was, because booktube is a small community compared to the rest of YouTube, but it comes across as so tiny, and it's not. Like, every day we're getting more and more people joining, which is so cool and so fun. What is something you've done that actually helped grow your audience? I went to VidCon, and I hang out with like other booktubers that live in this area. I've never been to BookCon, because that's in New York and I'm in California and I can't afford that. The first year I went to VidCon was 2013. I did not have a YouTube channel then. 2014 I went. Whatever the first year BookTube was at VidCon, I was there, but I was so quiet and in the corner that I couldn't interact with anyone. And then I met Lindsay and Kaden. It was 2015, because 2016 I went and met up with Lindsay again, and 2017, which was, oh my gosh, 2 years ago, was the big one with Lindsay, Jenna, Sammy, Peyton, me, Lauren, Brianna, Olivia. Am I missing anyone? But that was the big one. That's the big, like, YouTube famous Pictionary collab where I drew a moon, not a cookie. Don't fight me in the comments, I don't care. I can't do it. Meeting my friends and meeting their friends, and that's kind of how we all grew, I guess. What is a common mistake you see new booktubers making, or one that you made? Ooh, okay. The biggest mistake that I see that I've made, and I still make it, is reading whatever the hypest book is at the time. It's a weird way to explain this. So oftentimes, if a bigger booktuber starts talking about a book, everybody gets it and reads it and raves about it, which is great, and it's great for the author and it's great for the community, but at the same time, a lot of people, I can tell, feel forced to read it so that people watch their videos and so they grow content, and I'm like, make the content you want to make a ball. So I think making the content you're interested in, and if you don't want to follow a specific YouTube trend, don't follow it. What are your thoughts on working with publishers and sponsorships? Okay, so I've never worked with a sponsor. I've worked with a couple authors a few years ago, but I've never worked with sponsors or publishers specifically. I don't really think there's anything wrong with it. A lot of people use YouTube as their income, and that's great. And I would love for that to be an option for me one day in the future, but I'm not relying on that right now because YouTube changed their monetization policy, which I could get into that, but that's a whole nother topic. I don't think there's anything wrong with it. If you truly support the content or the product that they're asking you to promote, then I say go for it. But if you're doing it just for the money, like if you don't support the product but you just want the money or you just want the recognition, people are gonna know. Like, it's so easy to tell when someone's not being truthful in their content. And that is something I've learned, that's something that I've experienced, and it's something that I think everybody goes through when they make YouTube videos, if that makes sense. Do you think booktube is dying? Absolutely not. Oh my gosh. If anything, it's growing. It's like once a week on Twitter, there's the small booktube threads going around, and they're like, drop your channel name so we can support you, and I love that. I have more books down here that I haven't read. Okay. It's fine. We're fine. I think booktube could have been dying a couple years ago, but I don't think we're dying. I really don't. I think, if anything, we're growing, and we're growing at a rapid speed. And I don't know where booktube's gonna be in 10 years. I don't know where YouTube's gonna be in 10 years. I don't know where I'm gonna be next week. Tag your friend. Okay. Lindsay, Peyton, Olivia, Ainsley, Cav. I think that's pretty much who I'm gonna tag. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video, and hopefully you didn't mind this messy background as I'm trying to clean, and somehow I have to finish cleaning and then edit. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're fine.